Well, you couldn't write it, really. Pep Guardiola spoke after this, what was a pretty dramatic match at the Etihad, and he told talkSPORT that the title race is very much alive.
Many games for everyone, so still I think 12 games, we have to win a lot, so and we know it, and we are going to recover this week. We're going to train and prepare the one, knowing that win the Premier League is winning at the end all the time, so I know how difficult it is, where it will be, and we'll try.
Okay, there you go. Pep Guardiola speaking after that game. This is how the the table looks at the moment. Manchester City are top, having played 26 games with 63 points, and Liverpool are second, having played one game less on 57 points. So if Liverpool win that game in hand, closes it up to 3 points, if my maths is correct. And if it isn't, I'm incredibly embarrassed. Okay, so how wide open do you feel it got? If it was like not very wide before, what is it now?
No, it's back on, definitely. I don't think Liverpool would have given up anyway. I mean, it wasn't before this weekend's results. All you can do is keep winning your games. Hopefully you'll get a result like Spurs got if you're in Liverpool's shoes. And, you know, the players are very experienced to say, come on, let's keep trying to get every single point on the board and put pressure on the opposition, and then that's what they've done. Obviously, at one stage, Norwich went 1-0 up against Liverpool, and you're thinking, "Wow, this could be definitely over the title race if they lose this game." But suddenly, you know, with their attacking ability, Liverpool have got, they're always going to score goals, and I really, Man City would definitely be slight favourites, but you can't write off Liverpool because they've been there and done it, and you know it should be an excellent end to the season. You've got to look at that game though, Man City game. I think it's in April the 9th. That's going to be the game where I think it's at the Etihad. That's going to be the big game, because if Man City can win that one and they can keep winning games up to that, then that should finish the title off, I should imagine.
Absolutely. I'm just going through the back pages just to see how they're covering Spurs as well, beating Manchester City. And I've just come across a lovely advert here. Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour live on stage. Get your tickets today.
Yeah, we're doing that.
talksport.com/events.
That should be fun.
Are you looking forward to that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always good laugh with Alan, isn't it?
100%. I do have to say, though, for two Gooners in the studio this morning, it's difficult to pay Spurs any kind of credit, but you have to after that performance of the weekend. They just find a way of doing it against Manchester City,
it was a brilliant
don't
performance.
they?
It was a great performance, and as Tony Cascarino says in the Times, I think it is, you know, that is a masterclass from a player, and I can't argue. You can't argue with that, really. I mean, I know Man City tried to get him in the summer, didn't work out, but that was a great performance, and a big 3 points for Spurs, because they've been under a little bit of pressure lately, and to go there, that must give them a huge confidence and belief to get that fourth place. But I think it's wide open, the fourth place. I think Manchester United will be slight favourites. Then Arsenal and Spurs will be around the same sort of price, I should imagine, to get for top four. But let's hope it goes to the wire. I looked at, do you know how far I've gone down? I've looked at Spurs' last two games. They've got Burnley and Norwich. So if they are got a chance, and you never know, Burnley and Norwich could be still in a big relegation fight, and that makes it a little bit harder. But that's not bad 2 games to finish your season off. If they do need 6 points, you know, they're probably they'll be looking at those games and saying, well, we should get 6 points.
What do you think there was a little bit in the back of Harry Kane's mind about the move that didn't work, and almost, I don't know, not a point to prove necessarily, because we know what sort of a player he is, but maybe some added incentive in that game? Yeah,
probably was, but I don't think it was down to Harry Kane not moving. It's down to Spurs, wasn't it? I mean, they couldn't agree a fee, and Spurs got every right to say, right, he's worth this as a player. How do we replace him? And if you don't pay that money, he's not going. Because you sign a contract, he signed a long contract at Spurs, so Tottenham have got all the aces, really. If they give you the right money, then you go. If they don't, then you stay at Tottenham. But Harry's he's a good professional, isn't he? And I mean, most people have worked with Harry. I think we're talking to Harry Redknapp later. I'm sure he'll say, look, wherever he goes, he's going to put 100% in every single week, and just shows you that, you know, he's a fantastic player when he's at his game.
Yeah,
on his game.
Should we hear from his boss? Antonio Conte spoke to talkSPORT about Harry Kane after that match.
But Harry played an outstanding game, but like the other players, and I think today every single player performed at the top. Otherwise, it's very difficult to win against City, because I consider Manchester City in this moment the best team in the world, and it means that Harry is a world-class striker, and he has to continue to help us, because if he scores, we win.
Okay, there we go. If he scores, we win. He is, immeasurably important to them.
Look, Son is a very important player as well. I really like Son. I think that both of those players, if they're playing at the top of their games, Spurs are always going to have a chance of winning games. There's no doubt about that. Defensively, don't get me wrong, they do concede too many goals, Spurs. I'm sure everybody was out there saying, well, if we can bring a couple of defenders in during that transfer window, we'll strengthen the back four if they can. But certainly if Harry Kane's on fire and Son and people like that, they're always going to create chances and score goals. And Spurs would just hope they can continue the form like they showed the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of the game that Liverpool have in hand on Manchester City, it's against Leeds, which has been rearranged for 23rd, which is in 2 days' time, on Wednesday.
That's home, yeah.
So, that game, obviously, Leeds coming back off a loss against
Another
Manchester
big
United.
game.
What a game that was. How do you see that one going, Ray?
Well, you've got to fancy Liverpool at home, if I'm being honest. But Leeds have just got to keep going. I think they've got too much quality to go down. They showed great spirit yesterday in parts of the game. Again, defensively, give away too many chances, maybe. Be disappointed with Harry Maguire's goal, if I'm being honest, because from a set play, you've got to defend better than that. But I think Leeds will be all right. I think they will get enough points on the board. Rafinha obviously come off the bench, got his goal. He's going to be important. I think that he's got to start most games, and he's the quality they have going forward. But you can't see past the Liverpool win at Anfield, really. Leeds. I think Leeds will be looking at certain other games to get enough points to stay in the Premier League.